Welcome to today's episode of The Daily Show. My name is John Stewart and it is cold. Last week we were talking about snow, and surprise, surprise, it's still there. Many places around the world have large amounts of snow right now. One example is Kiruna in Sweden, which has snowed for 2 weeks in a row. But despite the piles of snow outside every house and road, Swedish life functions without any complications, just as it always does.
Thanks, John. The temperature today has risen to minus 20 degrees, and so the Swedes have started to take off some layers of clothes. Here in Kiruna, people are outside enjoying the nature. What are you going to do today to celebrate the heat wave?
We were thinking of going skiing today, as the weather is so nice. But then we thought that it's probably too hot for that. But then my friend asked me if I wanted to come with him to do an ice dip. So that's what we're going to do. It's very refreshing.
Nice. Thank you. The Swedes are used to cold weather, and next week the temperature will drop again, with more snow coming along. It's a good time to make ice sculptures, build snowmen and suntan.
The blizzard has also reached other parts of the world, and one of them is England. We have a reporter with us, live from Birmingham. We'll see what she has to say.
Thank you, John. Here in Birmingham, we're experiencing something out of the ordinary. On the ground, there's 2 centimeters of snow, and temperatures are falling below the freezing point. That means it's colder outside than in your own fridge. People are going crazy. We can no longer go outside to get groceries or go to work. Schools are closing, and families are preparing for the worst, bunkering up with food.
Poor people. Now they are stuck in their houses without going to work. I bet they are so unhappy, sitting down there in their basements, devouring fish and chips, washed down with buckets of Earl Grey tea, doing what Englishmen does the best. Since the 9/11 attacks in New York, the US government has worked hard to increase the country's security. As foreign visitors come to visit the country, they are thoroughly inspected at the airports, with cameras and processes including taking their shoes off in order to check probable dangers. How could something unexpectedly then ever happen in the US? Let's watch this piece of news that was broadcast on January 26th in Washington, D.C.
Here in Washington, something was just found inside the closed gates of the White House property. The object, which laid on the grass outside the President's building, seems to be a small drone, measuring 2 feet in diameter and weighing 2 pounds. No one knows for sure how it got there and how it was possible to enter the White House grounds without being seen.
The drone landed on the South Lawn, which is also where President Obama frequently participates in ceremonies, where he makes press statements, and where his helicopter landing spot is. Police and Security Council members are now guarding the White House to make sure investigations will not be disturbed. There is a radar system around the White House designed to protect the building from planes, missiles, and large drones. The Security Council, however, declined to discuss the radar abilities of the system and why this drone was not detected.
The explanation to why the extraordinary, spectacular and super safe US security system around the White House doesn't include registering small objects was given by a Security Council member a few days later. He put it like this. The problem is that a radar system that would register small drones like this one would also be sensitive to birds flying too close to the White House, and as well as swaying trees. Well, maybe the trees want to kill you. With us today, we have President Obama. Mr. Obama, how did this happen?
Fellow Americans, let me be clear. I do not tolerate what happened today. A drone landing on the White House grounds is not acceptable.
So what you are saying, Mr. President, is that the Security Council made a mistake?
Oh, hold on a second. That's not true. That's not true. If there's any indication of a threat against the White House, we must take action. And we can do it. Yes, we can. Let me be clear. We will come up with a solution and tell those who want to harm us that they cannot. We are one country and we stand united.
So, Mr. Obama,
Oh, hold on a second. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
over to Minnesota, where another strange thing happened the other day.
Apparently, flying is quite dangerous. Not only drones are losing control, but also planes with experienced pilots. Recently, a Delta Airlines plane traveling from Minneapolis to Chicago had to make an emergency landing after the plane's captain locked himself out of the cockpit, leaving only the co-pilot to operate the plane. In what way the door malfunctioned is not clear, but it is known, however, that an IQ of 60 is required to open a door. Maybe the pilots should have to take a door opening course before flying a real plane. Another solution would be if Delta Airlines only hired pilots with larger brain capacity, or maybe just let any passenger take over.
That's all for today. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, John. The temperature today has risen to minus 20 degrees. Oh. Thanks, John. Har du kört igång?
Ja.
Ja, men vänta. Ja, men du klipper bort det så. Okej.
Thank you, John. Here in Birmingham, we're experiencing something out of the ordinary. On the ground, there's 2 centimeters of snow, and temperatures are falling below the freezing point. That means it's colder outside. Skit.